the question is container with most water. Okay, let's read the question carefully. You are given an integer array height of length n. There are n vertical lines drawn such that two endpoints of the ith line are I comma 0 and I comma height of I. Don't worry, I will explain it. What does that mean? Find two lines that together with x-axis form a container such that the container contains the most water. Return the maximum amount of water a container can store. Okay, focus on this line. What this line is saying? Return the maximum amount of water the container can store. Okay, now, okay, notice is not that much important. Firstly, I will tell you one thing. See, if here we have given so many heights, consider these things as walls. Okay, if these are two walls, this is one wall, and here there is another wall. Okay, so what we will do is we have to choose such two walls so that the water that is being stored in these walls is maximum. How much water will be stored in two walls? See, if we chose this one wall and this one wall. Okay, see, if these are two walls that we are choosing. Are you getting my point? Let us say this is the left wall and this is the right wall that we are choosing. Okay, so how much water will be stored in these two walls? Okay, firstly we have to see which is the minimum height from this and this. Which is the minimum height? This one. So this much area, okay, this much area that is that I am shading, this much amount of water will be stored. Yeah, are you getting? See, observe carefully. If this is the left wall and this is the right wall we are choosing, okay, then how to find the amount of water that is stored in these two walls? It is very simple. Just see which is the minimum from these two walls. This one. Okay, and just draw a line. Okay, make one rectangle. We just have to make one rectangle with the height which is minimum between two walls, the minimum height wall and the distance between them. And we know what does the formula, what is the formula for area of rectangle? Okay, what is area of rectangle? Area is equal to height into base, right? But in our case, right, what we will choose minimum height. Why minimum? By observation we can see, I have shown you, right? Minimum of height of first wall, comma, height of second wall multiplied by distance between two walls, distance between those two walls. How? See, while finding the amount of water between this wall and this wall, how can we find it? See, we have to choose the minimum one. Which is the minimum? This one. And we have to draw a line. This is the distance between these two walls. Okay, and this much amount of water will be stored in these two walls, right? So in this way, basically what we have to find, in order to find the maximum possible water that can be stored, we have to find the maximum possible area. We have to check all the areas and we have to find the maximum possible area of rectangle that we can create. Okay, so let us see. We have to maximize the area, and area is dependent on two things: height and the distance between two walls. But the heights are given. Okay, so we cannot change the heights. Heights are given by them. But the distance between two walls means which two walls we are going to choose is in our hands, right? So what we have to do, we have to maximize the area, right? So the area is dependent on two things: minimum height and distance between two walls. We will take 2 pointers, one pointer on the leftmost element, or we can call it as leftmost valve, and one pointer on rightmost valve. We will check which height is minimum. The left height is 1 and the height of right wall is 7. Which one is minimum? 1 is minimum. So area is equal to what? Minimum height, that is 1 multiplied by the distance between these two walls, 7 and 1. What is the distance? 8 minus 0, right? So the distance is 8, area is 8. Again, now what we will do, we will check which pointer is minimum, which height is minimum, left height is minimum or right height is minimum. Left is minimum. Okay, so we will increment left pointer. Now we have to find area for this iteration. So the area will be minimum of 8 comma 7 multiplied by distance between these two walls. Which two walls? Left wall and right wall. So the distance is 7, that is 8 minus 1. So the distance will be 7 and area will be 7 into 7, that is 49. Now we will check which height is minimum, left wall's height or right wall's height. Right wall's height is minimum, so we will decrement our right pointer by 1. Now right pointer is on 3. Now the area is minimum of 8 comma 3 multiplied by distance between 8 and 3. What is the distance between 8 and 3? 7 minus 1, that is 6. 6 is the difference. So 6 into 3, that is 18 is the area. Now we will increment or decrement. See which wall is minimum, which wall is of minimum height, left or right. Right wall is of minimum height, so we will decrement our right pointer by 1. Now the area is minimum of 8 comma 8. Okay, both walls are of 8 height. 8 multiplied by the distance between these two 8s, that is 6 minus 1, so 5. 6 minus 1 is 5, and the area will be 8 5s are 40. 8 5s are 40, right? Now check which one is minimum, left valve or right valve. Both are equal, so when both are equal, we can increment or decrement any pointer. So we will decrement our right pointer by 1. Now our right pointer is on 4, so the area will be minimum of 8 comma 4, that is minimum of left wall and right wall. 8 comma 4 multiplied by distance between left wall and right wall. What is the distance between left wall and right wall? 5 minus 1, that is 4. Okay, so the distance is 4 and minimum will be 4, so the area will be 16 for this iteration. We have to check which wall is minimum, this 4 or this 8. This 4 is the minimum height, so we will decrement our right pointer by 1. Now we have to find the area for this iteration. What is area? Minimum of left height and right height. Left height is 8, right height is 5, so minimum of 8 comma 5 multiplied by distance between 8 comma 5. What is the distance? 4 minus 1, that is 3. Okay, so the area will be 3 into 5, that is 15. Now we will check which height is minimum, 8 or 5. 5 is minimum, so we will decrement our right pointer by 1. So the area for this iteration will be minimum of 8 comma 2 multiplied by distance between 8 comma 2, that is 3 minus 1, that is 2. So the area will be 2 into 2, that is 4. Now from 8 and 2 is minimum, so we will decrement our right pointer, r pointer, right? Now r pointer is on 6, so the area will be minimum of left comma right, that is 8 comma 6 multiplied by distance between left comma right, that is 1. 2 minus 1, that is 1, is equal to, what will be the area? 1 into 6. 6 will be the area. Now what we will do, we will check which pointer which height is minimum, 8 or 6 is minimum. Okay, so we will decrement our right pointer by 1, but now our left and right pointer are overlapping. So at this point we will break our loop, and what we will do, we will return the maximum area that we have recorded. What will be the maximum area? We have calculated this much areas, right? So what will be the maximum area? This 49 is the maximum area, and we have found it by using the order of big O of n. The time complexity is big O of n, and we haven't used any space, right? We have not used any space though, so the space will be constant, order of 1. Okay, now we can jump into the coding part. See, this is the coding part. What we'll do, we will initially put our pointers left and right, where left on 0th index and right on last index, that is length of array -1. Now initially we will set our maximum area is equal to 0. Then we will start our while loop while left is less than r. Okay, this is our condition as I mentioned while explaining. Now each time we will calculate area. We have given the formula for area, that is minimum of left height, that is height of L pointer, comma height of R pointer, multiplied by distance between left and right pointer, that is R minus L. Great. Now each time we will update our max area. Maximum area is equal to maximum of maximum area, comma area. Now we have to increment or decrement our pointers. Okay, so how to decide which pointer to move? So as we discussed, whichever height is minimum, we have to move that pointer. So if left wall is minimum, that is if height of L is less than height of R, then what we will do, we will increment our R pointer by 1, right? Again, else what we will do, else we will decrement our R pointer by 1, and finally we will return max area, that will be the maximum water can be stored. We will submit this code. Yes, it works fine.